Interesting. Very interesting. Seems I conclude from these entries, it's a boom. Hey, what's up everybody? Jason J. Boom Leegard here. We're having some fun doing a little impromptu acting session here. We're rocking the lab coat, the glasses, coming at you with a little bit of the mad scientist approach with this video this evening. The reason I want to go with the mad scientist approach because the example and story I'm going to tell about covering a lot of different topics all in one story is a little bit on the intense side from something that I used to implement way back in my college days at North Dakota State University, home of the thundering herd, the bison. Go bison! Yeah. So, what it is, I had posted a question this morning on my Facebook page with my daily gratitude post that asking the question, what is a topic that you guys would like for me to cover in a video? I got various responses. One was, Dominique wanted motivation, Freddie wanted stories on success or failure, Christy wanted about time management, Jolene wanted about finding your why, Brandon wanted to know about how to maintain focus and not get distracted. And I did a little bit of mad scientist thinking. We put on the thinking glasses, we put on the lab coat, and I came up with this example from my college days that'll actually cover all of these in one. That's how you boom it, that's how you claim it, that's how you crush it. So, what it is, it has to do with keeping a daily journal. This one I picked up at a Ross Dress for Less for a whopping $4, and it's even way cool because it says, imagine your dream, create your happiness, live your life. That's badass. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, you get yourself a daily journal, and what you do is the night before, as I just did, because I'm looking to implement this again in my life, because it was so unbelievably effective back in my college days, is I have written out on this page every single part of my day tomorrow as far as my activities and what I'm looking to get done, down to the minutes. And when I say down to the minutes, here's the example. 3:59 a.m., wake up, have a glass of water, take 10 very deep cleansing breaths. At 4:06 a.m., do some meditation, which goes to 4:37 a.m. when I do a morning daily workout. At 5:11 a.m., get cleaned up, get dressed for the day. Do that till 5:30 a.m., read my daily devotional. At 5:36 a.m., read another book for a while, have my shake for breakfast, and on and on and on until the end of the day. At 11:01 p.m., going to crash out. Now, that's the mad scientist aspect of keeping a daily journal of your activities, is taking it to that intense, ridiculous, by-the-minute level. And the reason I want to share this is the experience. When I used this in college, I mainly was using it at the beginning of my sophomore year. I had it down to that precise. And what I found is, first of all, it was one of my best semesters in college as far as GPA. I think I got 4.0 that semester, or really close. And the reason I say it covers all topics is this. When you're that precise with how you keep a daily journal, down to the minute, and you've planned out your day ahead of time, like from this time to this time I'm doing this activity, from this time to this time I'm doing this. To speak to Brandon, this allows you to focus like beyond like a laser. I mean, this is like just insanity with how focused, and it allows you to not get distracted, because as long as you look into your journal as you work through your day, you're like, wait a minute, it's, to use my example, let's take a quick look, all of a sudden it's like in the evening and I'm like, wait a minute, it's 8 to 9:30 p.m. on a Wednesday, well, that's karaoke. And then, but earlier in the evening, from 7:15 to 7:30, get cleaned up for that. from 7:30 to 8, it's listening to daily audio in the car while driving there. I mean, I can look at everything and say, oh yeah, that's right, at 6 a.m. I got to write up my gratitude post on Facebook. So to Brandon's question, the ability to focus and not be distracted is because you've got that precise a plan. Now, to speak to motivation, like Dominique asked, what I find is that when you break out your highlighter and throughout the day, as you highlight these action items, and even though, like, the first one, 3:59, wake up. I mean, so you wake up, you get to cross it off. You get motivated, and you're like, oh yeah, I had my glass of water. That's 2. I took my 10 deep cleansing breaths. Well, that's 3. Now I'm into meditation. Okay, just finished meditation. That's 4. I've just done 4 things for me, for my journey, for my goals. In the first roughly like half hour of the day, I've marked off 4 things. That is highly, highly motivating. Even though it's something as silly as I woke up. Score! So you get your motivation. Obviously, to speak to time management, like Christy was asking about, again, when it's that precise, well, we lost our screensaver, it's that precise, you're always knowing, here's these chunks of time that I've set aside for these goals. I know exactly what I need to be doing in that half hour, in that 27 minutes, whatever. Speaking to the why, like finding your why is, now maybe, you already have your why, but it's not quite as clear. By having that precise a daily schedule, that precise of marking things off, that keeps your motivation that high every single day because you're feeling that sense of accomplishment constantly. Brush teeth, got cleaned up for work, score, mark it off, you did it. You're maintaining your journey, you're maintaining your path, you're maintaining your work towards your ultimate why, towards your ultimate goal. Also too, just by being that efficient, by being that pumped up all the time, if you haven't found your why yet, and you're just maybe using this to keep track of time and to be more focused in how you spend it, all of a sudden a lot of the clutter in your life will disappear in front of you, and now you've got the magic potion, from your mad scientist ways that maybe reveals that why, and then there you go. So, and lastly, to speak to, Freddie, is like, I was able to tell this in a story form for you. So you got the time management tip, you got the focus, the not distracted, you got motivation, and you're hopefully finding your why, or you're able to lock it in even more. And it's all as simple as just getting that daily journal. You mark it up the night before, down to the minute, for every single activity that you're looking to accomplish that next day. And I speak from experience, man. When I was in the zone like this at NDSU, I mean, and it's everything. It's the back then, it was the homework, it was going to class, but it was also like, going to the football game, or going to play racquetball or basketball, or going on a dumpster run, as we used to call it back in the day, going for these long walks, at 3 in the morning, just bullshitting with friends. And along the way, finding Castle Gray skulls and broken recliner chairs. So a little bit of treasure hunting too. So it was that precise, it was that locked down, it was that mad scientist, over the top Frankenstein monster type of scheduling. But man, it was effective like nothing else I've ever experienced. So I mean, I guarantee you, from speaking from my heart, having done this and looking to implement it again in my life, this works. Bar none, this will work. It'll take, it's going to take some willpower, to get the ball rolling, but by having it that precise, it'll allow you to kind of even make it easier to use your willpower, because you've got your plan. You know exactly, at 5:37 a.m. what you're supposed to be doing. So you just look at it and go, well, I better do it. Enough said. Boom. So this is Jason J. Boom Leagard, the mad scientist, talking about how to get your time management locked down, to be more efficient, to keep your focus, to keep your motivation really, really, really high, keep you in the zone, and, telling some fun stories along the way. So with that, this is the mad scientist, Jason J. Boom Leagard, And I'm going to tell you again, you better claim it by getting your journal, and you better, this is going to allow you to crush it all 2013 going forward. And guess what? You start doing that, you're being grateful more and more every day, because then guess what? Then you got gratitude that gives you an attitude, that gives your dreams altitude, and it's all because you wrote stuff down in a journal down to the minute. And guess what? It's boom. For you, for me, for everybody else out there. Let's tear it up. Let's get going. Get your journal. Write it up tonight. I love to hear about your experiences with this, so please post comments and feedback if you've done this before or if you're looking to implement it. Let's go. The Mad Scientist, Jason J. Boom Leaguard, is out.